Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard. Kai Havertz in the Champions League final. Ivanovic! In the middle, it's just behind him. But it's tapped in by Hakim Ziyech. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off. Hat-trick hero. Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode, they say nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Well, I can tell you one thing, winning the Club World Cup might just be it. Oh, welcome back everyone to another episode of At the Bridge Pod. I'm your host, Mike, and I'm joined in a very hyped, high energy virtual room, roaring with very happy lions. I've got Ollie. Now, I haven't got Chris. Chris has decided to get an injury and miss today. But,
was too happy for him.
Oh yes, but. There's a voice that you've missed and hearing it. Berth is back on the pod. Berth, hi.
Hello, I am back.
Yes!
Once again. I have
Celebration.
beaten my rehabilitation phase. I'm not injured anymore. I'm back on the pod. Not quite back to full fitness, but, you know, I'm making an appearance. So that's always good.
It's nice to have you back, mate.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's good to be back. It's good to be back.
Listeners have asked. They've gone, where's Berth? Where's Berth? It's like, what? He'll be back. He'll be back. It is the Monday show on a Monday. Team, what were your moments of the weekend? What were they?
Can I do something that, like, listen, all right, it wasn't the weekend, but I'm out in Prague at the moment, which is probably why I sound like I'm underwater.
Wow, mic drop. Hello.
Yeah,
so
someone's a show off.
Wow.
Sorry, I don't mean for the break. It's a work thing. It's not. It's not for holiday.
Oh, it's a work that you work.
It's a work.
Yeah.
Oh, you
No,
poor
it's
sod having to work.
But the point is whatever. The point is, I went to the zoo today, Prague Zoo. Great zoo, worth seeing. And that was my highlight of the weekend. Even though it was today.
That would be really appropriate if you're a zookeeper for a living. Are you a zookeeper, Ollie?
I'm not a zookeeper.
No,
well,
so
that
that doesn't sound like work.
I'm on this podcast, and sometimes it's hard to know the difference.
He's got a point. He has got a point there, to be honest with you.
What about yourself, Berth?
Yeah, so I mean, I've got absolutely cooked from the sun on the weekend, but I had my first pre-season game of football yesterday, and I got man of the match as well. So
Very nice.
I've still got it in my old age, not quite as old as Chris, but I can still play.
Very good. Okay. This past weekend was this is a moment that happened. It's not a great one, but I'm going to say this because this past weekend was one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. Listeners may know already that a wildfire broke out dangerously close to my home. The sky was black. The ash was falling like snow, and genuinely the whole community was quite gripped by the fear that it could become a threat to homes quickly because that's a wildfire. They're terrifying. And you know what? I think we all are on this road. I'm incredibly grateful to the local fire crew and police for their swift and brave response. And, could have been far worse without their incredible response. And obviously, if you're not on our Discord, you won't have heard, you won't know. But that fire ultimately consumed around 44 acres of nearby fields that literally back onto my house. So, yeah, most importantly, no homes were lost. Everyone's safe. That's what's important. And I know we have listeners in the USA, Australia, and other regions where wildfires are a harsh reality. So they'll fully understand just how frightening and overwhelming they can be. And there's something, I'm bringing it up because I wanted to mention something that's weighed on me a bit. During the height of this fire, there was a number of people, many of them were teenagers, drove or rode bikes, or literally, obviously, if they were adults, they were driving cars, into the area just to film it. And I know we have listeners of all ages. So I just want to say this directly and with care. Please don't do that. When you block roads or stand in the way just to capture dramatic footage, you're not only putting yourselves at risk, you're also making it harder for emergency crews to do their job. And more than that, I think you're filming people in the middle of a truly traumatic situation. And on this,
you don't know whether you could be filming somebody on the worst day of their entire
oh,
life.
100%. And on this show, we often say, treat yourself well. It's just as important to treat others with the same respect and care, because moments like this are a reminder that empathy and responsibility matter, not just online, but in real life too. So I'm using the platform.
Mikey's put that very diplomatically, and I will say, if you do that shit, fucking knock it off.
Yeah, it's like I don't get scared. That scared me. So yeah, thankfully it's all good. So yes. Before we dive into the news, Shevva shoutouts. You guys were up it, weren't you? 26. So I'm gonna have to quickly read through some of these because they're technically from yesterday. So that's a little cheeky, because if you were listening to this episode whilst the game was going on, what are you doing? Right, so L House 75. I'm going to run through these as quick as I can. Chris had actually picked Harry Kane, not Liao. Up the Chelsea, been doubted in all of the Champions League finals. We're underdogs again. If our midfield is at the best and we get a vintage Robert Sanchez game for the prepping that awaits, we could nick this off them. Our midfield is significantly underrated and better than anything they played in their run to the Champions League final. Oh, that's interesting. McFounds, Chris, what a pod for you. So right about Jackson. It's not like that pass was wide open. The defender was literally playing the pass. Palmer screaming about not getting a pass when Cole will routinely do the same, and he's not above playing selfish. Also, you saying every summer Nkunku is a star and had me dying. You're so right. Every summer he balls out. Excellent pod up the Chelsea. Timmy, hi there, host. Hi. I'm so glad that you have started introducing yourself. I finally know your name. Chris, Ollie. Oh, forget it. I'll never learn. Great pod as always. Hope weekend wasn't too much hot. Much support from the very distant land of Suffolk. Starting to think I'm the only Chelsea fan here, so the podcast is a great escape for me. Jonathan, Mike's match recaps are 100,000 times better than DAZN. Suddenly our attacking trio is looking tasty. Thank you, appreciate that. Kihaki 11. I thought selling Noni was a good deal. He had some good play, but at times he didn't look comfortable taking on players and would opt to pass it back. On Nkunku, I think he can be a key player for us when fit, especially if we end up losing Jackson, but wouldn't be surprised if Nkunku left for Bayern, as Sane and Muller just left the club and Musiala will be out for a while. Glad the Club World Cup is nearly over. I bet you're not saying that now. Jess, great podcast yet again. I would love to know what you guys think to this. Do you think that if Delap managed to impress as much as Pedro, he could end up playing both Delap and Pedro up front next season? Or do you think Maresca will stick to using just one striker? I think he'll change it up. I think that's been proven in this tournament. The adaptability.
Depends on the game, I think.
There's a possibility to use both Pedro and Delap, no doubt about that. But I don't know.
This one's for you, Berth. I'm going to have to read it all out. 21 LWL 6JX4 YSVIP M5 TEOOOFRMA. Podcast
Was that
catchy?
Podcast is not the same without Berth. When's he back? So that's a classic Spotify account that's just got defaulted to the user ID.
Wow.
He's going to be happy today because Berth is back.
He is.
Wow,
Henry.
I am back.
Henry, thank you for all of the honest Chelsea content. I've been a Chelsea fan since I watched a charity match back in 2019 against the New England Revolution and got to see Prime Hazard and RLC tear his ACL. I've been listening to the pod. Oh, no, that was awful, that moment. I remember. I've been listening to the pod for around 2 years now, and I'm listening from Vermont, if you've ever heard of it. I have. I'm also a Seahawks fan. Oh, well, that's it. Friend of the show. Instantly in. Keep up the great work. I love listening to episodes on my walks to campus. Thank you all for helping connect me to the club we love. Thank you. You're the best. You know you are.
Home of Bernie Sanders, right? Vermont. That's where he's from.
I don't know. I'm going to just
we don't get political on this show.
Julian, I agree with Chris about Jackson. Fans calling for his head recently are the same fans who were calling him a top 3 striker in the league after a great run of form early last season. He's a serious talent, in my opinion. Ice Cold Daniel, not a full 90, I don't think, but I remember Iron Robin's debut v Blackburn was an exciting one. I'm going to have to check that out because I don't remember that. Not even
long time ago. Long time.
I was too young for that.
Nathan,
Chris will remember that. He was about 78 at the time.
Yeah, Chris was in his 50s. But
Nathan, hi, loving the pod. New listener during the Club World Cup. Oh, thank you. I really hope we are not saying in December I missed Pedro from the Club World Cup and this new version of him continues into this team. Did anyone expect this when we signed him? Probably not, if you're honest. Sinot07, the team played bloody phenomenal. Never been so proud of the boys. Here's to more trophies. Jamali, what a game that was. We outplayed PSG and Rob Sanchez. What a game he had. If he plays like that all the time, we wouldn't have nothing to worry about. Sam, hey guys, need to stop by after the final and say we are world champions. What a performance from our Blues. Got to give props to Sanchez, but mainly the team as a whole. The passion was uncanny. Maresca is finding a way to be title contenders. Now I can feel it. I scrapped what I said about Delap. Going to be great. Back up for Pedro, but he'll be your player of season. I can smell him cooking. Juliana, want to let you know how much I love this pod. I've been watching Chelsea for the last 2 seasons, but I was listening to you guys this past year that helped me connect with the sport and the team in a whole new way. I was in no way ready for the roller coaster that is being a Chelsea fan, but your pod has been a consistent highlight. A huge shout out to my husband, Dom, who got me into Chelsea in this podcast and got to watch Chelsea bastard up PSG for his birthday. Much love from Philly. Oh, that's insane. That in itself is amazing. Oh, wow.
That is class. That is class.
Oh, they can bastard you up. I feel humbled. Oh, that was lovely. Jared, I'll get to it. I'm too excited here. Keegan Heppelstone. Chris saying the players have turned on Maresca after watching the Club World Cup celebrations makes me chuckle now. That's true. That's probably what he's hiding. Jerry, what a match by Chelsea. Total domination. Maresca was with a strategic masterclass. Sanchez, world-class performance. I don't think any Chelsea players should get a loser. Enrique deserves a loser. Showed zero class at the end. Does this seal Joao Pedro as a starting 9? Oh, I mean, it's a competition. It's definitely up there, isn't it?
I think he has to be at the minute.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else can be number 9 at the minute, but never know.
Nearly there. We are nearly there. But each shout out is worth it for me. Jerry, what a match by Chelsea. Oh, no, I've just read that one. Sorry, we'll go back. Peter, there we go. Can we give Robert Sanchez an honorary exemption from the losers list for the first 10 games next season? What a performance. We'll park that. Bentley Boy, hey guys, avid podcast listener from New York City. The go-to place, because when I'm stuck in traffic to work, love you guys. I had the chance to see the Chelsea against PSG. Let me tell you, prior to the match, it was a Chelsea against the world. No one thought we'd get it done after seeing a statement display of a match. What are some things to look forward to in the upcoming season? We will touch on that. KP, this guy, or girl, not sure which. Hi, Chris. Go into a dark room, close the door, close your eyes and scream, I'm sorry, Maresca, 5 times for all the slander, bullshit spoken all season. Reece in midfield, Gusto right back, Palmer right wing, Enzo's a 10. All done and still battered the best PSG team. 3-0, playing boring football. My gaffer. I'm gutted. I'm gutted he's not here. I'm gutted Chris has missed this one. Tank, Chris, they did it. They played 90 minutes of football. Yeah. Tom CFC, champions of the fucking world. Come on, the Chelsea. Don't know why I paused then for a swear word when we swear all the time. Carter, mark my words, in a decade.
That's what, that was like when Potter swore.
Yeah, and finally, Carter, mark my words, in a decade or two, this competition will be known as the biggest and the most prestigious trophy on offer in club football, bigger than the domestic leagues and bigger than the Champions League. And Chelsea will always be the first to win it. The only ones who have been calling it fake are rival fans who secretly all wish their team was in it. And traditionals like Chris and Gary Neville, who keep saying game's gone. But you know what? Everything always changes, mate. Evolve. I wonder if that's why Chris skipped out. He just knew what was coming.
It's a good chance that he's done that because of that.
Fucking hell. Well, thank you as always for your reviews, thoughts, and of course, everything else. If you want yours read on the show, head over to Spotify, drop a comment on the episode, and we will shout you out in the next episode. So, I guess that means we get to hit some news. Alrighty, what has happened since Thursday? Shout out to Fabrizio Romano for worst timing ever to drop a here we go on Noni Madueke right after we finished recording. I do not appreciate that one. But this is what Ornstein put out because I'm going to be that petty and not read out the Romano tweet. Noni Madueke is granted permission by Chelsea to leave camp in USA, undertakes a medical before completing Arsenal switch. He's not trained with Chelsea and flies to the UK after full agreement reached on a £52 million deal. It's a 5-year deal. I mean, this I've touched on this last time, didn't I? I mean, this was after Arteta murals were defaced outside the Emirates and a petition titled No to Madueke hit 4,000 signatures online. Arsenal fans are fucking weird, aren't they? With what they're passionate over compared to what they're not. What priorities are wrong here?
That's a diplomatic way to put it.
What are you doing? You're doing a petition for a player. What what are you doing? I shouldn't be shocked. This is literally the same fan base that booed their captain Xhaka off the pitch after tons of abuse. And when he responded, they clapped back saying, who does he think he is? And you just think, are you serious?
Tradition and class. That's them, isn't it? Tradition
honestly,
and class.
When that happened, I just thought, are you serious or are you just being a complete and utter clown? You know, you hurled abuse at someone, a verbal abuse, and then you're offended because they responded back. What? Oh, Berth, you haven't been on whilst we've been having Madueke off. Really. What do you think on it all?
Yeah, I am not that gutted that he's going. He is a good player. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Arsenal need him, and I don't think it's going to be one where he'll probably do an all right job at Arsenal. He'll probably get a few goals. I don't think he's going to set the world alight there. I don't think he'll get, I don't know, Palmer numbers, for instance, at Arsenal. I think it's a good deal for us. I think we're a better team without him. I do like Madueke. I don't need to sound like I don't like him. I do like him, but I just think all round, I think it's a very good deal for us. I know we're sending him to a rival, but I think overall, I think it's a good deal because I don't think he's going to be a success at Arsenal. I think the fee is actually quite a good fee. I think, was it 48 million or something like that?
48 plus, was it 5 in add-ons or
yeah.
something?
So I think that's a good deal all round.
It was plus 4, I think, 52 total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And what did we pay for him? Was it
30?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to...
less than that.
How much did we pay? We paid Howard 29 million.
Yeah, so I think it's a good bit of profit on him.
Yeah.
I think he's reached his ceiling at us, and I just think his attitude, I think, isn't the best. So yeah, good deal all round for me, I think.
Cool. This one's a special one for Ollie. I've got a final story, and purely for you, Ollie. I think Benfica might have eclipsed the bullshit offers that even Serie A clubs offer for our players. We've had a small loan fee with an option to buy. Now Benfica are plotting a bid to buy 50% of the rights to Joao Felix for 20 million euros. However, of course, listen, you're like, I've never heard this before. That's because it's against Premier League rules. They've now got... they need to find an investor for the other 50%. And I'm not, this is true. I mean, I looked at this story and I just thought, Joao Felix is not your kid. You can't just have joint custody of him with Chelsea. No alternating weekends where he plays for you.
How can you buy
over to us? Oh,
sorry. How can you buy 50% of a player? Like, do you buy one leg?
I know, yeah.
Like, do you invest in them like a stock market? Like, how does this work?
Well, it doesn't happen in the UK often. That's why we had like the Carlos Tevez, Javier Mascherano like saga, because their rights weren't owned by, was it they at Corinthians? I think it was Corinthians, but they were owned by Kia Drabchin or his company or something. I mentioned it like last time we had, I'm going to call him Samu, the player from Atletico went to Porto, because I can never remember how to pronounce his surname, and I'm not going to do it. He changed his name.
No, because he goes by something else now, doesn't he?
Oh, not one.
Yeah, you've not been here, Buff. But
What
genuinely,
have I missed?
Genuinely though, they didn't own 100% of the player. Porto didn't. They had to buy, I think, the next 20% from Atletico. It's a very common practice in Europe. It's not here in the UK because they just outruled it. So, what a mess that signing was last season. Joao Felix, man, what a waste. But what's not a waste? We get to head to winners and losers because we headed to MetLife Stadium, the location my Seattle Seahawks dominated Super Bowl 48 in. Could we witness another domination? In a stadium better known for the New York Giants and the New York Jets, and of course the occasional Bruce Springsteen gig, Chelsea parked the yacht, lit their cigar, and absolutely dismantled PSG under the New Jersey lights. PSG, they were fresh off vaporising Real Madrid like a Death Star test shot. They showed up expecting to add another trophy to their growing villain origin story. Instead, they got a Cole Palmer masterclass. 2 carbon copy goals, so smooth you would think they were copy and pasted from FIFA. And an assist to new signing Joao Pedro that made Gianluigi Donnarumma look like he was trying to guard a ghost. Palmer, cold as the Hudson in January. Joao Pedro, smooth as Sinatra. Marc Cucurella, got his hair pulled so violently, Joao Neves got sent off and somewhere in the distance, a L'Oreal lawyer winced. Oh, and yes, Donald Trump was in the building. Because, of course he was. Reportedly on hand to see Chelsea lift the Club World Cup trophy, but we're still waiting to confirm if he asked to start it right back. The halftime show went long enough to violate international football law, 24 minutes. IFAB may sue, probably won't. But beneath all the noise and the neon, Chelsea were a team. Enzo Maresca, a conductor, and PSG, just passengers on a luxury train going off the rails. Chelsea 3, PSG 0. You have not heard that wrong. World champions. We've won it all. What have we not won? We've won it all. But we have got the Premier League on notice because we are back. We are so back, and winners and losers is back for the final time of the 2024-25 season. Guys, who have you got and how many have you got?
You know what? I'm actually still undecided on
I'm-
how many winners and losers I've got.
All of them.
I want to break all the rules today.
Yeah, I think I might have to, just for this one time. Just for the one time, I think I'm gonna have to break the rules as well.
Can we do a rare losers and winners? Start with
and
losers.
winners.
Yeah, can we do it? Can we flip the
I'm
switch?
fine with that.
Can we
I am
just- yeah.
fine with that. You know what? I've got my first one. PSG, European champions, world beaters, dynasty in waiting, dismantled in 10 glorious minutes, 600 seconds. I heard. Look, I heard you were the best team in the world. Could have fooled me. The rain is over before it even ever started. Oh, who's got another loser for me?
I've got one. And it's not for political reasons, but Donald Trump. No, politics involved here. But what was he doing?
I don't know.
What was he doing?
I genuinely thought he was going to lift the trophy.
What was he? So I couldn't help but laugh. But he's ruined every single picture there is.
Did you know?
Made me laugh so much.
Oh, Berth, did you not see that Reece James did a second trophy lift after like Gian?
Oh, did it?
Went beyond, and I was just like, yeah, that's that. It was almost like Reece clocked it and thought, I'm going to do this again. Yeah. Even the confetti didn't go off, which what was going on? That was just bizarre. I have no idea what's going on. Ollie,
Funny.
Ollie, who's a loser?
Loser for me, it's going to sound harsh. Noni Madueke.
No, harsh at all.
Because what is it, like a day or 2 days before the final, you're walking out on us to a rival, and what do? We go and drop 3 goals on top of the best team in the world, win the trophy, bring it home, win it all, and you could have been there for it. You could have been a part of it, and instead of wanting to fight for your place, you went off down the road to that North London shithole that doesn't win anything.
Well, hold up. I love that you've brought up this. This is actual genuine breaking news because it is reported literally moments ago. Noni Madueke is expected to be mailed a Club World Cup winners medal. It's coming in the post. No confirmation if it's every Yodel DHL.
I think surely for that it's going to be tracked 48 Royal Mail.
Yeah. Oh man, it probably is the medal that Donald took himself. I noticed that there's videos of it. I was like,
yeah, why did he get a medal?
Part of the team. I don't know. Berth, have you got any other losers? I've got 2 left because I went for 3.
Yeah, I've got one more. That's Luis Enrique. Decided
He was my last one as well.
I love that guy, but what was he doing?
Yeah, I love him. Got that respect for him. Think he's a fantastic manager. But for some reason, he thought he was a Power Ranger at one point and tried to kill Joao Pedro.
Oh, I just don't. What? Why were you there? And what were you doing? Look, Joao Pedro, does he make the most of it? Yes, he does. But the fact that happened, I'm like, what was the end game here? What were you expecting to happen? Like, just go down the tunnel, go to the dressing room. You don't need to be in there. You don't need the confrontation. I don't get it. Ollie, a loser. Why?
Yeah, he was my last one as well, Luis Enrique, because, what are you doing? I mean, it goes to show how rattled PSG were, because usually the manager's the one who's got to be like sort of keeping everything together, and even he totally lost his head at the end there. I think we just blew him away, and none of them really knew how to react to it, so they just reacted with violence and petulance, and hopefully Enrique gets a ban for that, because there's no need for it. Totally uncalled for.
He has to. I mean, he has to. Look, I've got two more losers. I've got rival fans. Check the cabinet because every trophy available now has Chelsea engraved on it. World champions, serial collectors, infinite bragging rights. And trust me, we're never, ever going to let you forget it. I loved how they did the great engraving of the Chelsea badge as well.
I like that, yeah. I did think though, they were doing it like it's they got it engraved with the like a machine was doing it, like it was clearly like computer
Game's
aided
gone.
or whatever. No, I didn't mind that, but what happens if it messed it up?
You're fucked.
It's a
Yeah,
priceless
that's true.
treasure.
That's a very good point.
New trophy.
Computers malfunction all the time. Like you never know. It could have gone. It could have been terrible if that went wrong, but thankfully it didn't.
And my final loser. It's the other 19 Premier League clubs because the season kicks off in a month. That's day itself is what? Every single one of you just saw us humble PSG on the global stage. We're no longer the £1 billion bottle jobs. I don't even care if you say 1.5. I don't care. You're looking at a now genuine threat. Be very, very afraid because you can say, it's Club World Cup. Don't matter. We played PSG. PSG dismantled Real Madrid. They beat Bayern. This is the best team in Europe. And they came up. We came up to deliver. They came up to deliver. At the end of the day, we outplayed them. We didn't win a snatch and grab final. We didn't do what like
Smashed
in
them to
2012.
pieces.
Yeah, we didn't do what we did against Bayern, which, no one cares who runners up or how you win a trophy. It's that you won it. But this was the most dominating I've ever seen this Chelsea team. But I mean, since 20, probably even, was it better than the Champions League final in 21? Maybe.
It was a more dominant performance.
Yeah, more dominant performance. Yeah, definitely.
Right. How many winners do you have? I have 4.
I'll go 4. I'll keep it still 6 altogether, but
Okay.
4 winners.
I'm gonna have to really shorten mine, and I'm gonna say 6.
I'm letting
I've
you
got
go
6
first.
winners.
You know what? You can go first. You've got 6. So
I'm gonna pick some slightly.
Give 2. Do 2 back to back.
Yeah, 2 back to back. First one, I think he really, really deserves to be mentioned. Trevor Chalobah.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, absolutely imperious. I was really worried about him being on the right hand side against Kvaratskhelia. We know what he can do. He's a quality player. And Trevor Chalobah's just turned up and treated him like he didn't even matter. He's come up against the best attack in Europe, and he's basically not put a foot wrong. He was pinging balls all over the place. He was absolutely outrageous. And just to think of the sort of the story that he's had of he's frozen out time and time again, and then he comes back into the team, and then he gets his first England cap, and then he helps us win the Conference League, and now he's helped us win the Club World Cup in the final with an absolutely phenomenal performance. He deserves every single one of his flowers for me.
Yeah. And this is a player that he was going to be sold. He could still be sold. I slowly don't think that is a.
That won't happen now. It can't happen.
Surely not, right?
He was too good. He was amazing. Pure profit or not, the pure profit is keeping him because that increases the team's value and quality. He's amazing. He's absolutely phenomenal in that game.
So my second winner as well, because I think as well it's another sort of off the beaten path one, because I think everyone will be talking about a few players. Malo Gusto.
Malo Gusto's in mine. Malo Gusto's in mine, yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable. His best game in a Chelsea shirt. And we can say that for a few players, I think. He's had a really, really rough time of it this season. He's been really struggling in that midfield role. And of course, then you get put back in sort of that attacking sort of fullback bombing up and down role, and we know how good he is at that. And he just showed it, like all his quality. He had Nuno Mendes on strings all game. He was causing him so many problems. Set up the first goal really in a sense with Parma. And I was just really, really impressed with him. In my opinion, he can't play in midfield anymore. Put him there in that same position.
You're right.
And just let him do his thing, because he is unbelievable on his day.
Berth, he's a winner for you. Why?
I just thought not even just attacking wise. I thought defensively, I thought he was really, really good. Didn't put a foot wrong at any point. Positionally, fantastic. Up against Nuno Mendes, arguably the best left back in the world at the minute. And just all the PSG's front three are sort of interchangeable. Kvaratskhelia, Doué, Dembele. he kept them all quiet, along with the two centre backs as well, and Cucurella. Just really impressive for me. And Ollie's right. I think when he's just an out and out attacking fullback, I think you could argue that he's right up there as one of the best in the league. When he's in that inverted role, I think he's just wasted there, to be honest with you. But no, really, really impressive performance from him, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the first most obvious winner of this game. Cole Palmer.
He's another one of mine, to be fair.
Of course he is. Of course.
Not on mine, but only because I knew you'd pick him.
Honestly, the undisputed player of the final. He was.
Sensational.
He was. He was ice cold.
I
He
hate
was
it so much.
class.
Yeah, that makes me feel uneasy.
Purpose. Birth. He was.
Sensational.
He was. This was a vintage Palmer. This was two gorgeous goals. Constant chaos at that PSG backline. A near miss that the entire stadium was celebrating a phantom hat trick. I thought it had gone in. I then left the room, came back 0-0. Thought VAR had took over. Oh well. But big games demand big players. Cole Palmer cashes that check every single time. The only thing the whole game that I noticed that baffled him was seeing the guy who appeared in Home Alone 2 present the trophy. That's the only thing that had him like, what's going on here? Other than that, he was incredible. Berth, why was he? Absolutely.
Sensational.
Why was he?
Oh, he's just really, really good. Both his goals are literally identical. And to just make Donnarumma is about 6'6", 6'7". Oh, he's massive. Real might be smaller than that, and he's just
huge.
He's placed it into the corner both times, exact same side. And Donnarumma's got nowhere near it both times. You just think, wow, what a player. And then the little pass through to Pedro's perfectly weighted. He's just ruined Nuno Mendes all game. The amount of space he gets. And you look at Palmer and you think, you know what, it's actually not that quick. But then you see him running and you think, he's actually rapid. He's really
taller
is.
than he looks, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is because he's about 6 foot. He's got long strides. And so he doesn't look quick, but he's kind of got that ethereal movement, you know what I mean?
But it's like drops of the shoulders, like his little sort of shimmies onto his left foot. It's unplayable, and he's the closest thing we've got to Maverick, like you read in Hazard's, Zola's. He's that guy. He's our next one of them. And if he plays like that for the whole of next season, we'll be in a title race, just purely based on his skill.
100%. Who's your second? Oh no, you had Gusto and Palmer. Ollie's got 4 left.
I do have 4 left.
Who's one of your 4?
One of them is not a player. It's Desire.
Oh,
because
song.
yeah, that's smart. I should have thought of that. Well, do you know what? PSG, that's what they were free from.
Well, they were.
But the thing is, for me, the thing that made me happiest about the performance yesterday was that we really clearly wanted it more than them. You know, like we really, we were battling for every ball winning, every 50-50, every single time we were battling for the ball. We battled again and again and again until we won it. The amount of times I saw Gusto, Caicedo, Cucurella, Enzo, even Palmer when he was getting back on the fence, which was great, by the way, another great thing he did. Every time anyone was trying to get the ball, they were snapping at the PSG players' heels. They wouldn't give them a single second to rest. We pressed them from minute 1, you know, and we found the gaps and we just exploited them, and we just did the game plan perfectly. And it just, I don't know, for me, it just felt like we wanted it more than them, and the scoreline really showed that.
Yeah, I can't disagree at all. My second winner, maybe on all our lists, Enzo Maresca.
Yeah, he's on mine.
He's on mine. He is on mine.
Berth, Ollie, exhibit A of a near perfect masterclass. Every starter, every sub, every soul in blue radiated hunger, composure, relentlessness. And that tone comes straight from the manager. It always has to. And Maresca read PSG like an open book. He scribbled notes in the margins and then he set the whole thing on fire for good measure, because we said it all season. Give this man the tools. I certainly said it because he's earned it. I'm doubling down. Hand him those keys. Hand him the keys to the hype train, the station, the entire rail network. The Premier League got notice that we are back, because again, it wasn't just a game. This was against the best team in Europe, who absolutely walked a Champions League final. walked over Real Madrid and we just walked over them. I mean, I can't say any more. Why was he your winner?
I just think the mindset straight from the start of the game showed no fear of PSG. A lot of teams, I think a Pochettino team or a Tuchel team even, or a Graham Potter team would have sat off against this PSG side. But Maresca went, you know what? We're going to press from the front. We're going to be bold. We're going to be brave. And it's worked to an absolute T. Starting Pedro up front, fantastic choice. Working Palmer on the right and Gusto overlap him, brilliant. Having Reece James in midfield, I know he didn't have the most sort of standout performance, but it was real clever to match PSG's energy and work right midfield. Very, very clever to have him in there. Got everything right. And I think you have to say at the end of the season, we was all sceptical at one point. He's had a very, very successful season and things are going in the right direction. And that's what you've got to give him that credit because it's all down to him, really. He's the manager. You can see signs now that we're going in a direction that's very, very promising. So, yeah.
Ollie, why was he yours?
Well, yeah, I think it's important, like Berth said, to acknowledge that. I think at certain times, all of us on this show have had our doubts about Enzo Maresca this season, and it's fair to say that those doubts are well and truly laid to rest now because we're talking about big games, big performances. What is a bigger performance than something like the Club World Cup final with the whole world watching against the best team in the world? To go out and do that, absolutely unbelievable. And they just couldn't handle us, and that's all down to his game plan. The thing I really liked the most about Maresca's game plan was specifically one tactical thing, and it was having Gusto bomb on and attack Nuno Mendes because we know how good Nuno Mendes is. We know how good he is in attack. So what does Maresca do? He goes, right, Bob Sanchez, here's what you're going to do. You're going to ping it over to that right-hand side all game. You're going to launch it far down to the right to Mendes' his zone all game. And what everyone's going to battle for it, and we're going to try and win on second balls and stuff from there. But what that did was that really nullified their attack because Nuno Mendes couldn't get forward. He loves to play in that sort of left 10 position. And he couldn't get anywhere near there because every time he would go there, we'd run in behind, the space would be there, or we'd be field when, like in a minute, Sanchez, any second down, is going to launch it up and there's going to be a huge gap with a player running in there. So for Maresca to spot that weakness and then to exploit it to the maximum is the hallmark of a truly, truly strong manager. And I think, like I said, we've all had our doubts about him this season. There can be no doubts anymore.
Well, you've talked about him already, Ollie. My third winner is Robert Sanchez.
He's on mine as well.
He has to be.
Your 2025 Club World Cup Golden Glove winner, where's this version been hiding? I joked in the group chat. I said, wouldn't it be hilarious if they gave it him? And they did. I mean, world-class shot stopping. He channeled a beaver guarding its dam. I mean, that save, I don't even need to say anymore. That save, that one, would have broken the internet if Emi Martinez had pulled that off. You know it would have. He is. Robert Sanchez is pure chaos. Yeah, he's our chaos. And you know what? I guarantee he had to pee in a cup straight after. No way does he go that game with that performance and they haven't gone, can we have a word, mate? This cup over there.
Bob, come on. Come on, own up to it, mate.
Say what you like. You know what? He has to start the first game of the season against Pat. You can't say to him after that. I mean, he had a great end to the Premier League season. I said that at the very end of the review. Well, I think who did we play? Forest. But after that, he's our number one goalkeeper. Like it or not, listener, if you think, yeah, but he causes issues, you can't tell a man who's just done that you can't start. I'm sorry, you can't do it. Why was he your winner?
You know what though? Sorry to interrupt. I actually think Robert Sanchez. This could be controversial. I'm about to say, the past 4 or 5 months has actually been pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you.
Pretty good. He's got a mistake in him. He always has. Most keepers have though these days, and actually shot stopping wise, he's actually pretty good. And his distribution yesterday is the best I've genuinely seen from a keeper in a long, long time. Every pass, I think he put the ball over the top for Gusto for the first goal. I mean, there was a couple of times, I think he put the lap in at one point. His distribution, yes.
Pedro through as well.
That's it, yeah. I mean, his distribution was incredible. His shot stopping, he made 2 or 3 world-class saves. If Alisson had made some of those saves, you'd be saying that's always the best keeper in the world. But because it's Bob Sanchez, no one will say anything. But yeah, unbelievable performance. And at the minute, if we don't get anyone else in, he's on number 1. And I wouldn't be that disappointed with it, which could be a hot take as well.
Honestly, if you disagree that Sanchez should be number 1 next season,
you can play paddle.
Go for a walk. I'm all in. Ollie, why was he your winner? Go for a swim.
You can go for a swim.
Yeah, it's everything you guys have said. Not only was he an incredible incredible shot-stopping form, which we know he can do anyway. His passing was absolutely excellent. He's targeting that Nuno Mendes side that I mentioned earlier, but lots of really nice passing in and around the back. It's a funny thing because oftentimes when Sanchez has the ball at his feet, you feel a bit nervous. And actually, in yesterday's game, I really didn't. Which I don't know, maybe just said something about that, how well he was playing at the time. I even know he even almost messed one up late on, but the game was well and truly done at that point. But for me, yeah, you're right, Mikey. And I'm one of the first people to say, to call out the goalkeeping situation and how it's not been good enough at the club and how I've been really disappointed with Sanchez and the mistakes he's made. But after that game, that is a statement of intent in terms of a performance. That is now his new level. That's his new level he has to aspire to. And if he can stay at that level, there's no doubt he should be starting against Palace on game week 1. And what an incredible resurgence, a remontada for Sanchez if that's the case.
100%. My final winner, maybe on all our lists, maybe, I don't know. We've got a coronation to do because I've got Marc Cucurella.
He's not on mine, but he should
he's
be.
not on mine. You could have had everyone, to be honest.
We could have. He has. This is the coronation of the true greatest left back on the planet. Cucurella versus Nuno Mendes. I don't hear anyone chatting shit right now. Another final, another world-class display. King Cucurella officially certified by At the Bridge Pod as the best in the world. I called it this game. And can we just have an appreciation for the shithousery he had all game? Honestly, I haven't been able to use this drop in so long, but it really was a
fucker. But you clever fucker.
He did it so much. Look, PSG knew how good he was when he was on the floor and they tried to pick him up and go, we need him. We need him. Come on. I was so impressed. Like, you could say it's not cool. Look, it's so part of the game, shithousery is. It really is. Look at Liam Delap. He could have been a winner for me. I mean, he was again. That's wow! What a shot that was! That save from Donnarumma, fair play. That was amazing. But he was irritating people. He was pissing people off in an empty room. He's incredible. Literally, he is like Diego Costa was. Like, just irritates people. And when players get irritated, like Cucurella did, irritated some people. Suddenly, a player has to
go for a walk
because with a red card, and you could tell. I saw loads of people saying it's so soft. He pulled his hair. It doesn't matter. That you can't do that. That's considered violent conduct. Like it or not, you can't do that. Come on.
It's the funniest thing in the world because it's like the 3rd or 4th time it's happened now. Where somebody's pulled his head. I know it's not, but I'm starting to feel like he's somehow making them do it on purpose.
It's just so brilliant.
I think it's brilliant. Just like. Do you know what? It's probably he's in your ear all game. He's really pissing you off. He's annoying you so bad. And the only thing that you can really think of is his hair's right there. It's in your face. You're just like, fucking get out of the way. And it's so good. I love it. Beautiful. And yeah, when Neves tried to pick him up and he stayed in the fetal position to stay down was so funny. I love Marc Cucurella. I love that man. I'd run through a brick wall for him.
Berth, who was your final winner?
Moses Caicedo.
It's a fair one.
Shout.
He was absolutely ridiculous. Everyone was saying about how good their midfield would be before the game, and he made them all look ordinary, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Fernandes and Reece James, even though those two didn't stand out as much as Caicedo, I thought they had a good game. So just nullifying that midfield. Obviously, it's the best midfield in the world at the minute, the PSG one, and to just cope with that and to just be better than that and to overrun it was all down to Caicedo and those other two that I mentioned. Just it gets better and better, and I genuinely think at the minute that 112 million pounds is looking like an absolute bargain. The guy's made of elastic. I'm convinced of it. Like his bones aren't made of like bones; it's like genuine elastic.
He was limping like 3 days ago.
Yeah, but like this is the thing with him, right? He'll get like you think he's injured now. He'll just get back up, run around like 100 mile an hour. He'll spray passes. He'll go past players. Yeah, he'll get a booking. He'll make the cheeky foul here and there. But that's what I love about him. And like to have the armband on him at the end of the game, I thought was very apt because he's our player of the season. Very just unbelievable player.
And you know what? We said this before. Like people have criticised, rival fans criticised, not real actual Chelsea fans, that Enzo Fernandez was seen crying after we obviously won the Club World Cup. Yeah, because South American players treat the Club World Cup as, even obviously in the previous whatever edition, what we had it, the format then, this is the trophy. That's the pinnacle for them. And it means so much to them. And you could see that. And it was beautiful that you've just achieved immortality. You have in football. You've lifted the trophy that's the trophy for you. And fair play. I've got nothing but smiling faces from me because it was amazing, honestly. And especially like Berth said, Caicedo, he's been bashed about because of his fee. Enzo the same. I don't hear anyone talking shit about their transfer fees now.
Well,
Ollie,
you know, the funny thing with the winnings that we've got, we've partially at least paid that back now. You know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous the amount of money. Yeah, the amount of money that we're going to win from this tournament now. It's like 80-something million, 100 million, something like that.
Ludicrous amounts.
Yeah, and you know what? That's going to make a real difference for the club as a whole. So you could even argue that the club as a whole is a winner, you know, from the financial perspective, because we've spent like £1.5 billion, and now we're in the healthiest financial position we've been in ages. So, yeah, but my final winner is Caicedo as well, because he absolutely dog-walked their midfield. You know, like I said, people were talking all about how amazing this midfield was with Vitinha and Joao Neves and how they were going to walk all over our midfield. And Moise Caicedo came to town and said, yeah, all right, fair play. You might be good, but you're not as good as me. And the other thing I wanted to point out is just how fit he was. And actually our whole team was against them, because I think it was something like that. Our average player had played something like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 minutes that I think Cucurella played this season. The average one of their first team players had played like, 2,000, 2,500 minutes, something like that. They should have been a lot fitter than us, and they weren't. And Caicedo just is the epitome of that, just being able to run non-stop, being able to put in the tackles, being able to ping balls around and leading people on the pitch, both by example and through his words and as well as his actions. So it was really nice, as like Berth said, to see him with the captain's armband at the end of the game, because I think almost nobody deserves that Club World Cup more than him this season.
100%. Look, listeners, I'm sure you're saying, how did you miss out player A, player B, moment A, moment B? You're right. You are right. There is no way. Look, we broke rules. 4 winners, 3 losers. Everyone was amazing. I can't knock a single player. They're amazing. And we have to narrow it down. We do, because as much as you'd love it to, this show can't go on for 3 hours. It can, but it just can't. We'll go to the emojis for the final time of the 24-25 season. I went with the trophy. No more need to be said.
I went with the planet emoji because world champions.
Next, solar system.
I went for the head exploding emoji because that first half blew my mind.
Honestly, like when Palmer scored the second one, I think I made a noise that I'll never make again.
I was so excited when the first one went in. I was like, calm. The second, third, I was in dreamland. For me, that if FIFA keep making trophies up, making competitions, we'll win them all. Intergalactic Cup next. I'll take on the winners of Jupiter and Saturn. We're down for that. Chelsea are ready to represent the Earth. We're ready.
We'll be the first ones to win it all.
We'll win it all again. So let's look at our picks from the Lion of the Week, Whiskered Warrior, for the final time of the Club World Cup season. And well. Chris is the winner. He had Cole Palmer. I can't disagree with that. It is correct. I had Joao Pedro, and the wheel went Marc you. Chris does win that one. Who gets the actual award? Would it be It's Palmer, isn't it?
It's got to
Yeah.
be Palmer for a bracing at the final. 2 goals, 1 assist. I mean,
That
he just
puts
turns
him,
up, doesn't he?
That puts him joint level with Pedro Neto on 2 for the competition. So fair play. You jointly share that award.
I think that would be about fair, wouldn't you say? So,
I would
like,
fully
in terms
agree.
Of, like,
I fully
him
agree.
and maybe Joao Pedro as well. I know he came in late, but he's been very impressive as well.
I think, well, between all of us, you and I, Ollie, got 3 each. I think we had an absolute storming session there.
Nice.
I think, well, incredible. I mean, to be fair, you went with Enzo 3 times and Palmer once. That wasn't a bad shout. And I went Delap 4 times, Pedro twice, and also a Pedro Neto in the first game, which again, I was well chuffed with that. So yeah, we've done all right there. We've done all right. We will go to Quaresma's questions, and I don't have my phone ready because it's on charge because I'm never prepared. So let's have a look. We have got is it Yiki 102? Should we sell Nicholas Jackson? Depends on the money. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I've always liked Nicholas Jackson, but I think maybe it's time to sort of cut ties.
You know what I saw is Newcastle looking at Ekatike. So if we sold Jackson, we've just won like 80 or 100 million. Slap the bid down for Isak.
Yeah. Well,
And if you're going to do that, that would be my conditions for selling Jackson.
Look, where does he play? I mean, you've got Delap, you've got Pedro, I know they all play a slightly different position. I get what you're saying.
I do like having Jackson as an option because I think he does offer something different to Pedro and to Delap.
And he can play out wide. Isak can't. I've never seen Isak out wide. Someone might go, yes,
he plays off the left. Yeah, he plays off the left a little bit sometimes, but mostly as a striker.
I've got Chelsea, KJK. Were the injuries to key players at the Club World Cup really worth it? Up the Chelsea Trent from New York. I mean, it was only Romeo Lavia, and we're just used to that. No disrespect to him. We're always used to him being
same thing,
injured.
isn't it? Same old. I mean, yeah. If you were going to name any more losers for the tournament as a whole, maybe you might put him on there because it's such a shame not to see him fit. But at the end of the day, best ability is availability. It's a good thing we have players like Andre Santos now who can come in and deputise, so like we're not losing any real quality when he isn't available. Because don't get me wrong, Lavia, when he does play for us, he's absolutely class.
Oh, yeah.
But
No doubt.
so we'll see him back fitter and better than ever. And now there's no need to rush him back either, which I think will be important. So hopefully we can continue to manage him into the next season.
Josh, does this trophy mean more than either Europa League wins to you guys? You know what?
It doesn't mean more than 2013 for me.
Okay.
I don't think it means more than the Hazard's final either.
Yeah,
like his last game for us. But
I think it's more. Sure. I think it's more surprising.
You know what? For overall, the Champions League in 2011-12 will always be the pinnacle for me because how it happened, how we did it, and everything else that went into that would be number one. And that's not the question. Was it more than Europe? I'm remembering how I felt. I would say yes for me because of what we've been through over the last few years.
That's fair.
And, how do I put this? We took on Arsenal. Were they the best team in Europe? No. We took on Benfica. Were they the best? No. We took on the best team in Europe and we dominated. We didn't go to extra time like we did with Benfica. Arsenal was Arsenal. That was an easy one. But the point being is, how did I feel then versus, I think because of what we've put up with, the Potter era and everything from obviously when we were sanctioned and everything, did it feel like it meant more to me? Yes, it did, because of everything that goes with it. And that's
it's like a full circle moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like a
that's
bit
football.
of
You're kind of winning me over,
journey. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's for me. I'd love to know what listeners think. For me, it's the emotion of the journey as well. This is 4 years for me since we lifted the championship. After that, and it went to shit, and to be back there, it's like, football.
Yeah. And you will have a lot of people saying it's a pre-season tournament. It doesn't matter. listen to how you feel. If you feel like it's a really important tournament, then that's how you feel, and then that's a positive thing for you. Let other people be salty about it, because we're world champions, baby. Next
We
4
are.
years.
James, how long will Enrique be suspended? I don't know how that's going to work. He's going to
I
get.
think he'll get a fine.
Different when it's managers. Different when it's managers.
Because I know this is a very different thing. Oh, wasn't Conceição? Oh, someone in the Ligue 1 for Lyon got like a ridiculous, like a 10 or 11. To be fair, he squared up with an official. It was like, what's he doing?
Didn't Adam Pardew
he headbutted a player.
Yeah,
And,
you gotta get banned for that.
Who was the Leicester manager? The Leicester manager at the time, isn't Nigel Pearson? He basically strangled someone on the pitch, didn't he? So
Was he held a player down on the floor?
by his neck, by his neck.
By his neck. Oh,
So Alan Pardew was
mental
fined 100,000. He was handed a 7-match ban. It's that sentence. Newcastle manager Alan Pardew was handed a 7-match suspension for his headbutt on Hull midfielder David Myler. I'm sorry, but you headbutted a player. What are you doing?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. If that's a 7 ban for a headbutt.
It'll be 2. I think it'll be a 2-game
maybe
ban.
3. I think it may touchline ban and a hefty fine probably for looking like a pillock on the world stage.
Byron Froman, and I'll combine this with Josh Thompson's as well. Josh said, does this match solidify Sanchez's place in the first team? And Byron said, after the performance, do we stick with Sanchez or is he too inconsistent to back?
I think we have to back him.
You have to. You can't tell a person who's just played like prime Petr Cech, mate, you are our number one. Like, you can't. You can't do it. I can't. It'd be horrible. I'm not doing that. It'd be, you know how we felt when Jeff Shreves did what he did to Ivanovic? That's what I'd feel like right now. If you're going to tell Sanchez he can't play, you're doing that. You're doing a Jeff.
Yeah.
So that's where I sit with that. You know what? We have time. We have time to go to the end of show game. We're wrapping up the show and the season with the end of show Monday game. Football training questions.
I forgot how terrible Ali is at this.
Oh, Chris is all right.
You are very well. You are
my
my teammate today, Bert.
Yeah.
You and I are working together.
The past 3 times I've been on, I've been stuck with this idiot.
Right. So,
love you, Ollie.
20,
mate. Don't worry.
20 yes or no questions to figure it out.
Has France been said?
That's a waste of a question, Berth, because it's no.
Ah.
So go straight away. What have we got?
Ali, do you want to go first? I feel like
I'll go first.
After you,
is the player retired?
Yes.
Good start, Ali. Good start. Has this player played in the Premier League before?
No.
Okay.
Has this player won a major international trophy?
Yes.
Good, Ollie. Is this player European?
Yes.
Okay. Is this player... are they a forward?
No.
Is this player midfielder? Played it safe there, but
no.
Sorry, mate, I missed that. What did you ask for?
A midfielder. Is the player a midfielder?
Not a midfielder. All right, so it's either a keeper or a goalie, keeper or a defender.
Is he a keeper or a goalie?
Keeper or goalie. Is the player a defender?
No.
Right.
You know what? Fair enough. You've yeah.
We've whittled it down. So okay. And he's not played in the Premier League before.
Retired major big player because to win an international trophy. So you're talking sort of Germany, France, Italy, maybe South America.
You know what? Just gonna go straight in here. I think. He's won the World Cup. Is the keeper Buffon?
Oh my word!
Oh well,
wow,
done,
wow. Okay, well, yes, 8. Wow, that's amazing.
Just saying.
That is incredible.
Just saying. We've got it in 8 questions, and I was your teammate today.
That was insane.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
that is incredible. I did not think that would get guessed that quick. Bloody
me and
hell.
Ollie then were basically like Cole Palmer and Joao Pedro last night.
Yeah, wow. Can't say fairer than that. Fair play. I'm going to quickly check the news to just see if I've missed anything. Because Levi Colwell's made some comments just about the trophy. There's a picture of Kieran Dewsbury Hall holding the trophy. That's nice. Cool. That's it. No, nothing's happened, so we're all good. Don't worry, it'll be breaking in about an hour. We're at the end of another episode, and that's it. That's the 24-25 season over. It began 11 months ago. Never ended. Thank you, as always, for tuning in all season long. Before we go, don't forget we're proudly partnered with Head in the Game, mental health charity using football to support wellbeing and community. You can find out more at headinthegame.co.uk. Treat yourself well, please, because we'll be back later this week with our Keep, Sell or Loan series. It's so late, but we're there. The season went on and went on, didn't it? But that means until next time, that will be us. Signing off. You've been listening to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At the Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.